We'll stay connected. Just got to see. I'm gonna hide the comments on this one. As you can see, or as I'm about to show you, I am in my new apartment. I got my airbed and, you know, I'm in here. I made it. I made it. Layla's in her room. I got the Wi-Fi connected. And I am absolutely making this video out of pettiness. I'm absolutely making this video out of anger. I am mad and angry. I have so many emotions. Do you know yesterday I was backing out of a parking space. I saw the woman and I wasn't going to hit her car, but she was honking at me. And honey, when I tell you I unloaded on her and was cussing her out, like, why are you honking at? I mean, there is so much inside of me over what has happened, you know, with the breakdown of a relationship, which is understandable. However, of course, those who are, you know, perpetuating certain things, they don't have any patience for you, you know, because they're the ones who's doing it. Let me just back up and tell you the reason why I'm doing this live stream. And then I'm going to keep going because there are things that need to be said. I went to pick my daughter up today. Now, I wondered if it was clear to me that the live stream that I did talking about the side chick and the dude that I married, it was clear that they saw it because, like I said in a comment, somebody created a fake account, and it had to be her. Somebody created a fake account and decided to leave some messages. I responded to them, but I was like, I know you're an imposter. You don't belong on this channel. I know the people who come through on this channel. So it was clear that they saw it. Now, I don't care. I don't care. And you shouldn't care either. Y'all shouldn't be so bothered all of a sudden because Sabrina has a voice and Sabrina's speaking up and Sabrina is putting it all on blast. This is what Sabrina does on her end of life. Y'all stay over there where y'all want to be. But don't come over here thinking that you're going to sit there and threaten me and tell me not to make videos and discuss whatever is going on in Sabrina's life. So, picking up our daughter today, I thought it was best that we do it in a public setting so we could just switch off and go on about our lives. He's not telling me where he lives. I mean, I know the general area, but I don't know his address, and I don't need him knowing my address either. What for? We don't want to hang out with each other. We're not cool with one another. So of course I get there and I'm going to get my daughter out the car and this dude locks the doors. And I'm sitting there like, okay, can you unlock it so I can get my child out? And he hops out the car, going off on me, talking about stop harassing us. Stop posting about us. Dude. All right. Stop this. Pretty much, or else. And I'm like, I'm not harassing anyone. He's sitting there calling me calling me a bitch and everything. I finally was able to open up the car door and I said, you did this. Why? I don't think it's hard for him to understand. He understands clearly what I'm saying. You ushered in all of this crap into our space, into our lives, even into that side chick's life. All of this drama, you opened the door to that. And I specifically told you, and I know I am not the only one who has told you this, Brandon. You do not open one door without properly closing another. And because you just had to do you, and I know this video ain't gonna make a difference in your life, you're gonna keep doing whatever you want to do. And do you over there. But don't you think you're gonna come over here and still think you're gonna sit here and threaten Sabrina and tell Sabrina that she can't have a voice in any of this, that she's supposed to go away quietly? Because that's just what it is. You just want to, you want to do you. And at this point, you can't stand me because I can't, I want her to go away, shut up, disappear altogether, Sabrina. Get out, get out. Just go, get out, because I want my life with Shywonda. Get out. And I'm just supposed to be like, okay. And not feel, and not cry and not be hurt. And not when I find out some shit, be petty. Oh no, don't be petty. Don't be bitter and everything. Oh no, don't do that because you wrong for that. You need to handle this and get out our way. I'm not in your way. My live stream should not have that much effect on you to where you threatening me in front of our child, calling me all, calling me bitches and shit in front of our child. Layla got upset. She crying. I'm trying to get her out, unbuckled from the car seat, and you sitting there telling me to get off the car seat, fighting. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I don't want you anymore. You don't have to worry about that. I don't want you. I don't care. I don't. So if you think I'm sitting here trying to sabotage you, I don't care. But you sitting there threatening me to use the GPS in my car so you could track me down and do what? And do what? What, you gonna wait till Layla's in preschool, she ain't with me? And have your girlfriend pop up on me and what? Y'all gonna beat me up? Yeah, what are you gonna pull up and do? Exactly. What was that threat about? Sending me an email talking about just stop posting about us and there won't be no problems. No, sir, there's a problem. There was a problem when you started fucking this hoe. That's the problem. And if you would have looked at yourself and been like, maybe I shouldn't be fucking this hoe and there won't be no problems. But you decided to fuck that hoe. So there's problems, sir. And you're going to have to deal with them just like I have to. But don't you think you're going to come in my space and try to direct me and how I respond? Because bottom line is, she got to know everything about me before I even knew this woman was on the planet. She was in my home before I even realized it. She was all up on my man's dick before I even knew anything. But of course, you're going to do whatever it takes to justify it. She going to do the same thing because y'all are in that mode of, we want what we want, so fuck anybody who's getting in the way. And Sabrina is a pest. She's an annoyance. So we don't give a shit about whatever you feeling. And I don't need you to. Stay out my way. Stay off my channel. Don't watch. This is my lane. Stay out of it. But I have every right that now that I know who she is, oh yeah, I'm going to put it on blast because this is who I am. This is who I've always been. Don't sit there and do dirt and then get mad when you get hit by your own mud. Because there's probably more coming. It's not going to come in the form of me. But y'all have already started this relationship on a very unfortunate foundation. Okay, so it's not going to prosper. I can tell you that right now. Okay, because the fact of the matter is, Brandon, you are an adulterer. You have committed adultery. This is an affair that's happening between you and this woman. She's your mistress, your side chick, whatever you want to call it. That is who she is. So just walk in pride. Just be like, okay, shit, I'm a mistress. I got my man. Be proud of it. Why do I make you mad? I shouldn't have that much power. And I don't. So shut up. Be angry. Be whatever. I'm over here. I get to be angry. I get to be whatever, but I'm not going to be silent. So come find me. He's sitting there talking about, I'll see you around. I'm sure you will. I'm sure I will. Shoot, I know exactly when I'll see you next to pick up our daughter. Are you going to jump me then? Are you going to wait until nobody's looking so you can maintain your character? Or are you going to have your girlfriend do it? Or is she going to have her people do it? You going to send people after me? Is that the point? But go ahead and do what you need to do. Because I'm going to keep running my mouth. I wasn't even intending on talking about y'all no more. But I'm in a fun mood tonight. And since I know that I bothered you so, why not? Y'all been bothering me. Come through the front door, you on the phone with this bitch, and then you just, oh, I gotta talk to you later. What? Going off I mean, like, y'all are trash, especially you, Brandon. I'm not, a hoe's a hoe, but I'm married to you, and you're supposed to be a husband, but I guess you don't really understand what that means clearly. So really, this is all on you, and the fact of the matter is, you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with any of that, because if you start to deal and you start to let the guilt in and you start to acknowledge that you're wrong, then it's going to mess up the good time that you're currently having in this lady's coochie. That's what it's going to do, and whatever else y'all are doing together. You don't want to let none of that in, but it will hit you one day. It will. It'll all catch up to you. And I don't care. My concern is Layla. And what you did today and what you have been doing for months, you have been all about yourself. And as a parent, that is my sole concern. Your life with whoever is none of my business now. You've made it to that point. You did that. You did that. But when it comes to our child, you need to show some damn maturity. You need to show that you love Layla more than you love yourself, and you haven't. You don't sit there and call me bitches in front of our daughter when I'm picking her up and upset her. And I ain't gonna lie, I was slapping him one day, and we was fighting one day in front of Layla. So there are things that we have both done that has not been in the best interest of Layla because of this whole situation, because you just couldn't wait. You just couldn't end this. You just couldn't do the right thing. You just had to do you, right? And now that doing you, what, you can't handle it, sir? You that weak? You can't handle what you dish out? Because you're just getting back just a little bit of what you've done. Just a little bit. And you already throwing a tantrum like this? I ain't looking forward to the rest of this journey. Because it'll probably be years before you snap out of this it's all about me phase. And where will Layla be in the midst of this? Because you need to do better. We need to do better. Because that's the only thing that's between us is this child. And we got to deal with each other for years to come. And I don't want another scene like today where you lock my daughter in your car and you sitting there trying to scare me into being silent because you don't like that I get to have a voice now, that I get to have a say so. Because you've shut me up and hushed me up and ignored me and cast me to the side because you got somebody new. And that's all it is. And I get to have feelings about that. Yeah, you want me out your face, but I get to have feelings of being left behind, of being tossed inside, thrown away, pretty much, because that's what's happened. I get to have my feelings about that. Leave me alone. Leave me alone to have my feelings and go through my healing process. It should not bother you to where you sitting there, you like, whoo. And let me tell you something. And I don't care. I don't care. I will say this to your face. I will say this to her face. That woman you with got a spirit on her that's infecting you. And what I mean is that whatever energy and vibe she be carrying, it ain't good. It is not good. And she ain't a woman of integrity. Because if she was, this would be a completely different situation. If anything, she would be speaking the right things into your ear. She would have told you, you need to do this the right way. She would have said that to you. But like, you know what? I want to be with you. I really do. And I hear what you're saying. Your marriage ain't going that good and everything. But just end that, get all that out the way and we can be together. So now that we are in separate spaces and now that she is in your life and she's going to know my daughter, then there wouldn't be no real animosity going on. There wouldn't be no like back and forth and threats, threats for what? There would be some cooperation or some type of community, because you didn't allow her into the situation without, with the proper setup. That's why I say you two are dumb and stupid in my last live stream, because y'all don't even know how to conduct business properly. You don't conduct business in that way. You come correct or not at all. But don't sit there and think you're going to slap whatever food on the tray, however you want to serve it, and be like, here, you just going to have to take. No, the fuck I don't. No, I don't. And then think you're going to be like, oh, you need to tell her to shut up. No, I won't. I can already tell that woman ain't no good. I can already tell. Especially if you knew he was married. And I remember he was sitting there talking about she knows we're married, lying to me, talking about we're just friends. And it was way past that point. And I even said in the live, I said, it is never just friends. It is never just friends. You going off to be with a woman for a whole weekend. That is not a friendship. That's y'all fucking. That's y'all together. Like, what are you trying to lie to me talking about? It's a friendship. And even so, that's not the type of friendship you've ever had with another one of your female friends. Come on now, whatever. It's all water under the bridge now. We already know this is where we at. But she ain't shit. He ain't, and you ain't shit, Brandon, either. And I don't care how you feel. Y'all don't care how I feel, so let's just agree on that. We don't care about each other. So stay in your lane. Stay in your lane over there. And I'm going to be in my lane over here. What I say, if y'all so justified in what y'all doing, what I say shouldn't even have such an effect on you. It shouldn't even bother you. Y'all should just be like, okay? Calm down. Because it is not good for Layla. What happened today was unnecessary. Stay your ass in the car. Handle it like a man and stop being a simp. That girl is your daughter in there, and she's watching both of us. You created this and set the tone for this entire disaster right now. You did that, but you don't want to accept that responsibility. Okay. And one day she's seeing all this and she's taking it all in. And one day you're going to realize that you should not be putting down the woman who is raising your girl into a woman. You are showing her the very worst example of what a man should be in her life. You are the first example of a man that she sees, her father, and how he relates to her mother. And that's why I said this woman is trash, because she got a daughter? I'm very sure she won't allow no man to sit here and talk to her and call her no bitch in front of her child. I'm very sure of that. But it seems as though she's okay that you do it to me. Of course, because y'all don't care about me. I'm an annoyance. I'm a pest. I'm in your way to your happiness. No, I'm not. I'm not in anybody's way. I'm not in y'all way. Y'all cast me aside. I was in the house. I was in the house and y'all didn't give a fuck. I was in the house. So don't get mad. Get glad. Get glad. The worst is over. The worst is over. The biggest hump was him getting rid of me. That was the biggest hump. So y'all got y'all space together. That was the biggest hump. Okay. But again, all I am saying is that there needs to be a level of respect, because and what happens between Brandon and I as far as Layla should be that. Shywonda don't get no say in what happens with Layla. I don't give a shit about her opinion. That is not your child. And the thing of it is that I have had this experience before where my dad, he married this woman and he was weak. And Brandon reminds me of my father because he's being weak to this woman. And you could tell that he submits to her. that is, she running things. You can tell she running things because he's being in a way that I've never seen him before. And that's all her influence. And I even peeped it, like I said months ago, with his verbiage. And of course, my sister even told me he has courage because he has a she, and she's backing him up, and she's feeding him, and all this other stuff. And she's also feeding whatever energy she has within herself. And because he is somewhat unintelligent when it comes to, spiritual things and energy, period, and stuff like that. And just because overall there's just a weakness inside him in that sense, she's running things. And that's the same thing that happened with my father when he let this woman into his life. And she ran things so well that she alienated everybody, pushed everybody. She was just nasty. Our dad just let her get away with anything. Just let her get away with anything. And that's the type of stuff I don't want to affect my child. Because since you've already disrespected both me and Layla. You don't see it that way, but you disrespected both Layla and I. You disrespected the entire family and the covenant. You disrespected us by sitting there ushering this woman into the situation instead of bringing her in properly when that was all done. So because you brought her in that disrespect, she's not going to ever respect me. And there's a chance that she might not ever respect Layla because you don't respect your own daughter. You don't respect Layla. Because if you did, you wouldn't be calling her mother bitch in front of her, locking her in the car, putting her mother out. There are a lot of things that you wouldn't be doing if you had respect for your own child. But why would you have respect for your own child? I mean, you flat out told me that you wish you would have never had Layla with me. Flat out. Flat out told me that. And it's okay. I love my child. I love her regardless of who her father is. Thing is that I don't know how to proceed forward. I don't, because it's like this tit for tat thing that's going on, and it's very unhealthy, toxic, whatever you want to call it. And at this rate, it's just kind of still, it just continues to gain momentum. And I'm trying, like I was talking to somebody earlier, I'm like, I'm not really sure what to do to stop it, because I've tried extending an olive branch to him. Even when we were still underneath the same roof, I would tell him, didn't I tell you not to talk to this woman in the house? Because at that point, there was nothing I could do. Not even as a wife to be like, stop this. He just said, or what? So I'm like, at least don't do it in my face. Like, I have to sit here and grovel at this point. Like, don't do it in my face. And I couldn't even get respect on that level. So there's really nothing I can do. I mean, like, other than, of course, just do me. But it's making it real difficult to be a parent and to co-parent, because we're not a team. We're not even a team when it comes to Layla. And that's the only reason why we are connected at all. And that greatly concerns me, because I went to a public place to exchange her, thinking that it would be the safest route. And he still hopped out the car and got crazy in a public parking lot. I don't know what to do about that. Because he's so hard-headed. He's so hard-headed. He's not listening to anyone. He's not. He's going to have to figure it out for himself. That's the type he is. And Lord only knows when that will be. To me, it'll probably take quite a few years for that relationship to fully deteriorate into the showroom from hell that it is. Sorry, I had the chat hidden. Before I go, anybody got any advice? You said lock him up. You said next time do the exchange in the parking lot of a police station. Okay. I like that. There's a police station right behind his job. We'll do that. I think that's a great idea. We'll do that, because what happened today, that was ridiculous. And the thing is, I wasn't going to talk about them no more. But I did that video. I made those posts because I have every single right to be petty. I have every single right to do that. Then, they don't like when it happens to them. That's all it is. I'm sure they're working and plotting on a way to get back at me because, like I said, it's just this unhealthy tit for tat going on right now. I'm participating by making this live stream, of course. But you got two very immature people on that end. So that's exactly what you're going to get. I'm just waiting for them to eat each other alive, honestly. But then again, I'm not really waiting on it. I'm moving on. You know, it shouldn't even bother you that I'm over here doing a live stream. It shouldn't. Don't let it. Just let it go. Accept that you're stupid, that you're dumb. Have I filed for divorce? No, not yet. I was just trying to get into my place. That will be happening soon. You know it's going to happen soon. He'll probably get to it first, I'm assuming. But I've already filed for child support. Sure have. And that's going to be another thing, because if he went off just over a video, honey, when he sees those child support papers, you said when a woman's fed up, there ain't nothing you can do about it. Right. There was nothing I can do about him being fed up. There's nothing I can do about him being fed up. He walked away, got his own life, got a whole nother life going on. So leave me alone. Don't. But I'm gonna go ahead and go and talk to my friend and let this live stream be done. Because I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you back. But I'm gonna let this live stream be done. And just let this be done. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about on my channel. The name on this channel is Sabrina Faith. And the only reason why y'all even came up is because that is something that came up in my life. You know what I'm saying? That's something that came up in my life. And if you feel like you got to threaten me or do whatever you got to do because you big mad or whatever like that over there, why? But whatever. This will all blow over. It didn't even have to be this way. None of this had to be this way. But Brandon wanted Shywonda's coochie so bad that he just couldn't do it the right way. And he had to get a chick with no integrity, with a nasty spirit inside of her. Because you don't like for you to sit there and dismiss me as bitter and everything like that. That goes to tell me that you yourself don't have empathy or any experience of your own of anything like this. That's why I'm not about to let a stranger sit there and put me down, because I'm in my shoes. I'm the one who's still currently married to him. I am. I'm the one who's having to deal with the separation and being told by him and his side chick to shut up. Not you. So, bye. Go on and have him. You have him, so shut up. You have him. Y'all have your life. Stay off my channel if it offends you so much. Because I'm going to continue to do what I do in my own lane. This is my outlet. All right. I'm going to go. Y'all have a good night. I'm in my apartment and I'm happy as hell about it. It's time to go to bed. I'm tired.